how the traditional market, as Hollywood is a traditional one, and how they are now being more, they're listening to you. What I want to say that about the reverse engineer first, educated, and started to educate them to start transmedia project by the born, the project that born is transmedia, but you need to start, for example, doing reverse engineering.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is great.
Well, what's really interesting about Hollywood is, what's refreshing and exciting about Hollywood is they ultimately only care about making money. They're not a lot of the executives aren't driven by creative passion. They just want to be successful in their business. And so they're looking for ways to continue to be successful in their business. So the first step usually with them to ease them into this new model is to say, okay, you have content that you've produced and created in a traditional way for traditional platforms. So instead of right off the cuff or right off the bat trying to re-engineer their entire business, we say, let's take that traditional model, that traditional content, and we're going to use transmedia principles and a transmedia methodology to build an architecture around that traditional content so that it can withstand the weight of expansion and exploration and things like that. But we have to work around it. As we go through that process, they see just how much these principles actually work. And when we can show them that the principles actually work, now it's an easier sell to say, hey, it's even better when you start from the beginning with a transmedia strategy in mind, and you know where to grow, how to grow, where to expand, and all those opportunities are baked into the cake, so to speak, or in the DNA of the content from day one. They're able to see that after you've eased them into the process by reverse engineering, so to speak, the transmedia model on top.
Perfect. And the last one is, what do you think about the panel? Your opinion, your impressions, just as a sum up.
Well, first of all, I love the panel. I love the event. What I love about it is you have so many different people that focus on so many different aspects of what transmedia is. You have people that focus on the philosophy of it. You have people that focus on creative strategy of designing content. But then after the content's designed, what are the new media platforms and what are the new delivery systems that can really enhance the content in a better way for the audience? Those two things go hand in hand, and you need both. And I thought the panel was a really good blend of both, because if you could have the greatest platforms and delivery systems in the world, but if you don't have optimized content, the experience isn't going to be great. Or on the other hand, you can have great transmediated content that has fascinating transmedia potential, but if the delivery systems aren't in place, you can't get it to the people you need it to get it to. Or even if you do, it's just not a rewarding experience for them. So it's the dance that people on both sides of the transmedia industry have to do. And so what I loved about this panel was that you did have the mix and you did have the perspective from all the different ones.
Perfect.